What up, Reef and Peeps? It's Travis from Psywar Reefing, and in this quick video, I'm going to tell you about a pretty awesome encounter I had while at Epcot. As you may or may not know, I live in Tampa, Florida. And Tampa is only about an hour and a half away from Orlando and Disney World. Because Disney is so close, my family and I have annual passes to Disney World. What's that mean? It means we can go to any park, any day, anytime we want. We regularly go to Disney on a whim and can be back in time for dinner. One of my favorite places to visit while at Epcot is the Seas with Nemo and Friends. I could care less about the ride itself. What I come for is the aquarium after the ride. So, one afternoon, I dragged my family with me to the aquarium like I always do. While they were off looking at the manatees, I was upstairs looking at the coral and clam displays they have. While looking at the tanks, one of the employees came out to do some maintenance, and at that moment, I decided I was going to ask if I could see behind the scenes. I explained I was a reef hobbyist and I was really interested in the guts of the aquariums, not so much the displays. To my amazement, she said yes. Next thing I knew, my family and I were getting a behind-the-scenes tour of the display tanks. I wish I had footage of the tour, but they didn't allow cameras. I was incredibly surprised to find out that they use consumer-level equipment to maintain their systems. Each cylindrical tank is about 250 gallons. The SPS tank and the clam tank are plumbed together and run off of a dry, non-submersible return pump similar to this one. The sump they used was just a random, nothing special sump. The skimmer was an old-style, boxy skimmer. They dosed calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium through a dosing pump, but I never saw the pump itself, only the airline tubing running into the sump. They also supplemented the two-part with kalkwasser they were keeping in just a normal 5-gallon jug. For parameters, they maintained the calcium around 350, the alk between 8 and 9, and the magnesium around 1450. She said that the SPS and clams use calcium and alkalinity so fast they can barely keep up with the demand. In a small 1 or 2 gallon tank, they had a clutch of about 40 Banggai cardinals from a breeding pair that lived in the tank with the clams. The other tanks housed clownfish, neon gobies, and Cuban hogfish, all of which are supposedly aquacultured right there. These tanks were all individually plumbed and set up similar to the SPS and clam tanks, with a standard acrylic sump, but they used a reef octopus skimmer in each sump. That was it. That was the extent of the tour, but that was enough for me. I was incredibly grateful for the chance to see just a little bit behind the scenes. Maybe next time I'll get to see some of the big stuff they use to run the huge tanks. All in all, it was a really awesome experience for me and my family. And it just goes to show, you never know until you ask. All they can say is no. And maybe, just maybe, they'll say yes. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, Reef and Peeps, stay salty.